as much as you want to talk about playing that type of defense, it's hard to bank on that. You know, offensive football has really come a long way, and so it's very difficult. And I think that's pretty telling for what we were able to do today. You know, that was an impressive performance by our guys, and you know, it helps when you're able to take them out of what they do best, which we were able to do. You know, that's what we were trying to do last week against Seattle is take them out of that game. But we were able to do it today, and now you feel like you got the upper hand. So we were able to do that early. Offense was able to hold on to that ball and score enough points and, you know, kind of stay within that two-score lead. And, you know, it really allowed us to do a lot of things defensively. So.
Thank you for that, and that's DetroitLions.com. You're able to do a lot defensively, man, when you get after the quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
That has been a big thing we've been talking about in the first two games, not being after the quarterback. No sacks against Patrick Mahomes didn't really keep him off to a certain extent, except John Kaminsky's play and maybe Pascal. And then last week, you only had the one sack. It was Anzalone, and it wasn't really a quarterback pressure type sack. So people have been charging these guys, man. People were coming after them saying, hey, I want to see you get to the quarterback. Hey, you told me all this about Aiden Hutchinson and why you drafted him second overall. 6 sacks in that game for the Detroit Lions. Benito Jones got in on the action. Derek Barnes made an appearance as well. And Aiden Hutchinson, your boy, Maz, he had 2 sacks.
Matter of fact, he had a huge day. Look at that day. He's really – we're hard on him here in Detroit. But his numbers are good. His numbers are good. They speak for themselves.
First NFL player to – produce 10 sacks and 3 interceptions within the first 20 games of his career.
That?
And that 3 interceptions last season was not only a rookie record, that was a defensive end record, period. The most interceptions by a rookie. We're hard on him. You know why, Maz? It's because we see greatness out of him. We see what his ability can be. When you see T.J. Watt winning defensive MVP,
what a stud.
When you see Joey Bosa, when you see Nick Bosa, when you see these guys and you know you have one, you just want him to be what you know he's already going to be. He's going to be a guy for the Lions. When he gets to the quarterback, they'll have success. And you know what? This is Aiden Hutchinson on his big day.
Yeah, it was great, man. I was waiting to do the stanky leg for about 3 games now, so it's been in my head for a very long time. So yeah, I'm gonna have to start thinking about some new dances now.
Yeah, he needs a new dance.
So I forgot that was the end of the interview, so I was ready to jump back into Aiden the day he had, but we got to pause for that stanky leg just one time. What do you give – Kool-Aid, I come to you first.
Please.
What do you give the stanky leg, the fake hamstring injury into the stanky leg by Aiden Hutchinson, a scale of 1 to 5?
You know what, man? I got to give him a 4 for his effort.
Okay.
I don't know if he quite executed it, but you know what? He put it all on the line in front of the whole stadium after a big play. I'll give him a 4.
Okay.
I'll give him a 4.
Parker, I come to you. Out of 5, what does Aiden Hutchinson get for the stanky leg?
It's like 3, man.
Gets
it was like it was so
Parker.
mediocre.
I love
the Billie
Parker.
Jean was way better. That he needs to bring that back. The Michael Jackson celebration is his thing.
Okay.
That's true.
Maz, last one. We'll get back on to
I'm with Parker 100%.
You with 3?
Dump the stanky leg.
Dump the stanky leg.
You know what else? Dump the one eye.
Yeah.
Dump the one eye black thing. I'm done with that too.
All right, I will agree with both of you guys. I agree that the stanky leg was indeed trash, but I agree with Kool-Aid on the fact that, did you see how fast he wrapped Desmond Ridder up, jumped into the fake hamstring pull, into the stanky leg? So I got to give the whole play a 4. When I watch all of it together, that was amazing how fast he wrapped him up. But downstairs, you heard what he said.
What's with the fake hamstring thing? I've seen a bunch of players do this fake thing now.
Didn't Steven Tulloch try to celebrate and tore his ACL?
Well, yeah, he did.
But that's it. So maybe he was trying to.
That was back in the day against the Packers. I'll never forget that game.
Maybe he's trying to play on that, if you will, and come on, do it. I don't know. Maybe he just allowed him to get to his leg, allowed him to get low.
Maybe
allowed him to get low.
Maybe.
But all jokes aside, Aiden Hutchinson 2 sacks on the day. You saw that.
I did.
That guy is getting to the quarterback. But the whole defensive line, Maz, they got after the quarterback yesterday in Desmond
No
Ridder.
doubt, man. Listen to this. Brian Branch, 11 tackles.
Yep.
Jerry Jacobs, 7. Tracy Walker. 6. 4 solos.
Yeah.
Jack Campbell, 6 and a sack. Alex Anzalone. He played very well early on.
Yeah.
He set the tone. He wound up with 6 as well. Aiden Hutchinson, 4 and 2 sacks. You can go on and on and on, all the way down the line. Everybody got involved. And you know what they did the best? They held another team under 100 yards rushing. And if you do that to the Falcons, you're going to beat them 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, 100%. The Falcons have done some. Bijan Robinson had over 100 yards of total offense in each game. He had less than that yesterday.
Jameer outgained him.
You know what I love about that? When you play against guys like in the same class or that you might have been compared to, or guys that they may say, oh, you know, this is a running back taking 12. He's a running back taking 8th or 9th. You guys are always going to be linked at the hip. When you go into those games, man, like even though you're not going against Bijan Robinson, you want to have more rushing yards than Bijan Robinson. You want to have more receiving yards than Bijan Robinson, as Parker puts up the stats for Brad Holmes' draft picks yesterday, and I go back to that.
Pretty good.
The good thing, too, about the game as a whole, now we can go outside the rim of just the draft picks. You needed to see the players that we wanted, the players that we needed to make plays, man. They made plays yesterday. Cam Sutton, I saw him twice with passes defense on 3rd and long. I saw Tracy Walker. We said somebody had to step up with CJ out. Somebody had to step up, and guess what? 7 total tackles for Tracy Walker to go with the 11 that Brian Branch. We said on offense, we need to see Ben Johnson put Jahmyr Gibbs and Sam Laporta in some good spaces so that they can start to have some success as a rookie year. Everybody that you needed Aiden Hutchinson to show me why he was the number 2 pick. You needed the Ben Johnson to show me why he's this offensive coordinator. Everybody that was supposed to show up yesterday showed up for the most part.
And you know what? Dan Campbell kind of scaled back his offense, his 4th down, right?
Yep.
He didn't, no 4th down chances in this game. And he looked back because Atlanta, like I told you guys, they had stopped 2 teams already earlier in the year 3 times on 4th down. So Dan Campbell, like, all right, we're not going to go on 4th down. We're going to bring in Jack Fox, let him unleash a 60-yard punt. Let him do all those good things. You know, everything worked yesterday just enough to get the win against a team that's they're like a black and blue team, Atlanta. I mean, they're like the Lions. They don't have as much talent as the Lions, but they are similar to the Lions.
Yeah, speaking about not as much talent as the Lions, let's get on that, the offensive side of the ball. Not necessarily the prettiest performance, if you will, but Ben Johnson looked like he was trying to get the ball established between the tackles with Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs had 80. I think he was 4.7 in carry, so much better than he's been in the past. They got him some more touches. And then also on offense, Jared Goff, he looked the part early. They looked really good in the first half with the passing game, and they found the middle of the field. The middle of the field has been Jared Goff. He's a rhythm thrower, man.
He missed a couple plays.
He did. He definitely
did. He missed
did.
Khalif Raymond on one. But he hit most of his thing. 1 interception, it's all right. You know, 1 interception, that's it. That's good. Just keep it to a minimum. Keep it to a minimum. What I want to see more, and I know everyone in the chat wants to see more, I want to see Jahmyr Gibbs catch some passes. Only 1 yesterday. You need to use that guy even more. They tried to run him in between the tackles yesterday. That's not his forte.
Yeah.
But he still did okay. And they used the Bam Knight.
Yeah, they did.
They used Craig Reynolds, Netflix. I mean, they used almost every single player they had at their disposal. That's where the depth comes in.
You definitely got a lot of players from y'all some work yesterday, and look, Dan Campbell definitely scaled it back. But you know why he scaled it back, man? You can't necessarily not see what you saw. He didn't fear that team. Like, when you don't fear a team like that, you don't need to go for it on extras. You don't need to press the envelope. Trust the guy that was the best punter in the NFL to me last year in Fox. Get the ball down there and play to your defense. But when your defense is playing like that, it makes it easier. But you know what I want to see start seeing more of? And you called it last week. Kool-Aid, tell me you don't like the connection of Jared Goff to Sam Laporta.
I love the connection, bro. I love it. I think this is what people were waiting for. I know that we're waiting to see Jahmyr Gibbs get more receptions, but Laporta, man, he's a big-time, big-game. I'm going to call him wide receiver, but tight end.
Ooh, hey, you know what? Travis Kelce plays a little bit more wide receiver than he plays tight end, so that's not bad assessment. You know who else loves the connection of Sam Laporta is the other guy in that equation, Jared Goff. Here's Jared Goff on Sam Laporta. My apologies.
He's a stud, man, and he does a great job. And had that play kind of rigged up all week. We knew he liked it, and he ran a great route and was able to throw it to him wide open. It's a good one to hit there. It feels good.
That's a great connection, and you know what? That's his guy. Forget Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's the number 1 guy, all right? Yeah. But I'm telling you, Jared Goff is very comfortable with Sam Laporta. They got something going, and he was my player. We spoke on Friday. Who do you think was going to stick out? I said Sam Laporta was going to have 100 yards and a touchdown. I was just missed it. But that's a kid that we all talked about at the beginning of the year when we said the Lions are short on wide receivers. We said, wait, This guy Laporta is that guy. And just wait till J-Mo comes back, and we'll see what he gives us.
Look,
3 more games.
Chandler Porter is filthy at tight end. And what I mean by that is, one, he's catching everything. He's not going to drop anything. Two, one of the biggest reasons we're happy to get him is because of what? Yards after catch.
Yeah.
He finds a way to get yards after the catch. He finds a way to get that extra yard. Just like that play last week on 3rd down in the 4th quarter where he gets the extra yards to get the first down. He's fun to watch. And Jared Goff, look, when you play at that position, that quarterback position, no matter who's your wide receiver, if you got a good tight end, you always have a safety blanket. You always have a guy that you know you can get over the middle. You got a guy that can finagle and wiggle room, if you will, and create. Like, look, Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes, they don't even go on script most of the time.
No.
A lot of times Patrick Mahomes just buys time and he lets Travis create his own stuff. I'm not telling Jared Goff to do that, but, I'm just saying.
It would be nice.
It would be.
It would be nice.